everyone, it's Sharana from Payroll Wait, and today I am going to be reviewing Season 4 of The Handmaid's Tale. It is time to get back into our depression, because when I say this season is dark, it is still giving me depression, it is still giving me torture. However, there are some good things to say about Season 4 of The Handmaid's Tale. So for those of you who are new to my channel, welcome, hello, so glad you came, I hope you stay. I tell you what I enjoyed about the series, what I didn't like about the series, and is it worth your time watching The Handmaid's Tale as it makes its Season 4 premiere this Wednesday with 3 episodes. I think we're getting at midnight, but don't quote me on that. I'm just saying, I think it starts at midnight for everyone, but going into what I enjoyed about Season 4 of The Handmaid's Tale is, first and foremost, I feel as though Season 4 gets us into a back to form. It gets us into the reason why we love The Handmaid's Tale in the first place. And I know a lot of you at the end of Season 3, a lot of people felt very discouraged. Like, why am I still watching this? You know, basically the past couple of seasons have went through this cycle of, you know, June becomes a rebel, and then June gets captured. Runs away, and then June gets captured. And where we find ourselves in Season 4, we pick up right where we left off, where we see that June had been shot as she was trying to get all of the children of Gilead with the Marthas on the plane to safety to Canada. That's where we pick up as we find June and the others on the run, as June is wounded with this gunshot wound. I'm not going to give any spoilers away for you guys, but really in those first 3 episodes of the season is really when we get into the typical Handmaid's Tale that we get to see. I would say the difference for this season is we do a lot more world building, as we're getting to see the effects, and trauma will be a big issue that we talk about, and I get into that a little bit later, but we get to see the effects on other people serving different roles in Gilead. And we really see that with McKenna Grace's character, who I was just like, girl, are you okay? Is she okay in real life? Because she just played this role a little bit too well for my liking. But this really shows you the complexities of even outside of the handmaid's role, when we get to look at how the future children, the future wives of Gilead are treated. We really get to see that with McKenna Grace's character, and I think that she does an absolutely fantastic job. So much that I wanted us to delve a little bit deeper into her character than what we were actually able to see. But it's not until we get to the second half of the season that this Season 4 truly begins to soar. And I will really say that one of the best things about this season of Handmaid's Tale is that instead of just staying in this never-ending loop of June starting a revolution, getting captured, getting tortured, running away, it begins to show you a lot of what fans have been hoping for. You get to see a lot of redemption. You get to see a lot of these interactions with characters that you had never thought you would be able to see. But it's really when we get into Season 4 that you finally get that fan service, is what I would call it, as we get to see June's journey go deeper than we've ever been able to see her go before. Also, too, I think that there is a big theme of independence. We have a lot of characters who start to really come into their true selves outside of just being the pawns or having these friendships with June. And we truly see this through characters such as Janine, who has great character development in this season, but also too with Rita, who gets a lot more screen time, Amanda Brugel, who I absolutely adored in this season, but also too with the Waterfords, as we pick up from where we left off in Season 3, where the Waterfords are both in jail for their crimes, but we actually get to see them evolve as characters on their own, but now also too without looking deeper into the codependent relationship between those two. But also too, what I will say is, Gilead has grown darker. The world has grown darker as we had all of these years after the attacks of what happened as Gilead was brought into creation. And we really get to see even more of the political sides, the political fallout from that, as we started with in Season 3. But mostly, I would like to say that for the most part, we really get to delve deeper into trauma. And this is one of the things that, outside of seeing the characters' independence in this season, we really get to see how they truly reconcile with everything that has happened to them in Gilead, but also too with their characters in Canada, and how the world is truly trying to rebuild after this tragedy has happened so many years later. I think that we get to see that people grieve in different ways. People have PTSD in different ways. They deal with their trauma. Some can resort to anger. Some can become more reserved. Some delve deeper into kind of that Stockholm syndrome that we've seen with other characters. But we really get to see this through different levels as we delve into how the children of Gilead, who has been thrust into this new world in Canada that they haven't known, what those effects look like for them. If there's anything that I will really have to say that I didn't care for in this season, is really when we start to go back through the normal cycles of what we've seen in the previous seasons of The Handmaid's Tale, of seeing June constantly become angry, make decisions out of her own selfishness that really are only in the benefit of herself. But I think that only happens, I would say, in the first half of the season, that truly gives you the gloom and doom and depression of The Handmaid's Tale cycle that we love to torture ourselves with watching. But I will say overall for season 4 of Handmaid's Tale, I had a really great time watching. Now, I've only seen the first 8 episodes. There's still 2 more episodes that I have yet to see. But I think that for them being gone for so long, the last season we had was back in 2019, and now we're in 2021. Due to COVID stopping production, I think they did an absolutely fantastic job of progressing the story, of actually taking us into a new direction, taking us into new uncharted territory. And I can't wait to see what the rest of the season has in store for us, but also too what upcoming season has in store for us as well. Now, I do want to give shout out to Elizabeth Moss, who actually, because of the pandemic, she put on her director's hat. She directed a couple of episodes of The Handmaid's Tale, and I think that she did a fantastic time. But it's just so amazing to see all of these characters evolve. Even Samara Riley, she has some great material to work with this season. As I said, with Amanda having more screen time, I think that they've done a really great job of not only centering the story, which is centered around June, but still finding new ways of presenting new alliances, new twists and turns, but also to helping you become even deeply invested into its side characters. And so I would say for those of you who have been on the fence, because I was one of those fans as well, who was on the fence at the end of season 3 for The Handmaid's Tale, I would definitely say you need to give season 4 a try, but don't get bogged down by the first 3 episodes, which premieres tomorrow, because there is so much deeper uncharted territories that we have to go with season 4. And I think that a lot of fans will be pleased as we delve into the latter half of this season. So those are my thoughts on The Handmaid's Tale season 4. As always, my name is Sharona from Payroll Waits, and if you like what you saw today, make sure you hit the like button, hit subscribe, share this video with your friends, and make sure you hit the notification bell. And I love you guys 3000. And until I see you again, bye.